Do that. I promise I didn't do that. Oh, y'all, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I swear I didn't do that. I promise y'all I didn't do that. I did not do that. The time went up and it just cut off. Big brother is watching, y'all. Big brother is watching. Pam, I'm sorry. I didn't do that. I don't know what's wrong with my stupid ass phone. That was Big Brother, y'all. Big Brother did it. Big Brother is watching. See, if whenever I say some inappropriate shit, it cut my phone off. I didn't do that, y'all. Yes, I Ferris, stay watching. Okay, let me see if I can get AB. Pam, I didn't do that. I promise you I didn't. That's what happened when you had Big Brother. You be talking shit, and Big Brother be like, bitch, didn't I tell you don't say nothing bad about this current administration? I don't want you talking about Donald. The Donald is on my page. Would that be something if Donald Trump came on my page, y'all? Ooh. Ooh, would that be something? Y'all can't see me? That was an hour. It was the time limit. But it didn't even tell me it was the time limit, Mark. It just cut off. Baby Big Bro. Could y'all imagine if Trump came on my bag, on my purse? Handbag Queen. Handbag Queen. We want to try somebody new today. Before love passed me by. Now I want to hear Teresa music. I want to play me some music now. Ow. Well, he's going to be told off. I wouldn't tell him off. I would listen to what he has to say, but you know he don't listen. So I would have to get jiggy with that nigga. And I would get jiggy with that nigga. Understand that as far as him being the president of the United States, I can say, yep, nigga, you got the job. I don't want that job. But you ain't finna talk to me crazy because you got mother fucked up. And mother would light you till times get better. Okay, you didn't come on. I wouldn't have to tell him off. Y'all would do it. He better come correct. Because y'all know I ain't going to play with that nigga at all. At all. Where's my Nick? Is my Nick on here? Oh, you know what I want with what we didn't get yesterday? Can I get a Caucasian man or woman, please? Do I have a Caucasian man or woman? I would like to talk to you. We just want to get your perspective on Black Lives Matter, the whole get down, woo, woo, woo. And my numbers went down because the damn thing cut me off. That's okay. That's okay. We got one on here. Light is we won't light him up. We ain't gotta light him up. He wouldn't cut me off. He wouldn't be able to dismiss me. He could hang up on me, but he wouldn't be able to dismiss me, even if I was in the room. Trump not welcome. Y'all wouldn't want Trump on the Flame Hat page. Don't be like that. He probably watching Flame. Yeah, he may be under a fake name. Okay, Ronchi G, you Caucasian. Come on. Tell me what you got. Come on. Cause that picture looks very if you the darkest Caucasian I ever Oh, you so funny. Y'all so funny. I love y'all. Y'all tickles the shit out of me. Oh, now you go. Oh, the shade. That was shady, Ronchi G. You have a friend who always says that your family is racist, but I'm not. It makes me question. Well, I think we all got a little racism in us, honestly. Even when you think you don't have any racism, I think we all got a little racist in us, for real, honestly. hmm I have the best laugh. Thank you, my Rodney Chester from Noah's Ark. Who y'all know Noah's Ark? The reboot is coming on this weekend. Y'all make sure y'all watch it. It's gonna be online. Always said that I have the most infectious laugh. He has always told me that. Flame, you have the most infectious. When you laugh, it just makes other people laugh. I'm like, really? But I wish I was in front of an audience so I could make them laugh. Shit. AB, you didn't come back. I was trying to get AB back, but her internet was pregnant. Oh, here you go. I'm trying to get a man's point of view. I need, and I know my Marky Mark is on here, but Marky Mark, you know I'm gonna bring you on, but I want to get a different man's point of view. Michelle, I see you on here too. You know I see you. Are you at work today? Oh, okay. What you do, Michelle, up there? You robbing banks? Mark said he got a swimsuit on. Y'all want to see Mark in his swimsuit? I already went on your page, Mark. I know what you look like in your swimsuit, baby. I seen it from the front end and from the back end. Don't ask me which one I like the best.
Listen,
Hello,
now
devil.
I was responding to somebody about no, I would never be on without my swimsuit on.
No, I didn't say you without your swimsuit. I said you were on with your swimsuit on.
No, I was responding to somebody else. But yeah, I got my swimsuit on.
Oh, yeah, Mark not doing it. You have to do private DMs with Mark for that. What's up, Mark? Tell us something good. You always educate us on something from down there in Tampa. See, I got it right today.
You got it right. No, I don't have anything to talk about today. I mean, I feel out of the loop. I haven't checked up on all my news sources and stuff to see what's going on.
It's all bullshit. It's just, have they shut you all the way down yet?
No, they're not going to shut us down. I mean, they're taking back a lot of the restaurant occupancy regulations and stuff, but they're not going to shut nobody down here.
Are they mad at your mayor? I mean, at your governor?
Where I live, no. I live in a very pro Ron DeSantis community, but I'm sure people have their opinions.
Wait a minute. Racism is a system. Black people cannot be racist. Who the fuck told you that, Chanel? That's not true. Black people can be very racist. Understand me, honey. Black people can be very racist.
Everyone can be racist. But back
to
you make a comment. You said everyone has some racism. Someone made a good point. I think everyone has a little bit of prejudice, but I don't think you can't. Not everyone's racist or has racist tendencies.
Well, you're right. Yeah. So that was a word I should have used. I agree with that. Okay. Check me when I'm wrong, play. Check me with your finance. If you wasn't fine, I wouldn't let you get away with it. But since you good looking, you can get away with it. Because if you was ugly and tried to check me, I would light your ass up.
Well, I can't with you playing. I missed the show last week. I was so sad. I missed the show. Listen, I was trying to be a good brother. My sister just moved into a new apartment. And so I drove 2 hours to the other coast to see my mom, help my sister out. And as soon as I show up, she has an attitude, so I had to turn back around. So now I'm exhausted. I missed the show last night because she decided to have an attitude, and I was trying to be nice. So I missed the show, but
that's okay. You see me. I see you every day.
I wanted to see what you were wearing last night. I told you this.
I did an after show on IG Live, so the after show is up.
I have to check it out then. I have to check it out.
Well, what you wearing right now? Let us see you. I don't see nothing but what you got on.
Listen, I can't be putting all my business out there like that. I'm tanning, so.
I was trying to get your ass too, Nick.
Listen, I'm not putting the business out there like that.
Don't do that, Mark. Don't do it.
That's when I get my OnlyFans one day. No, I'm kidding.
No, don't you do that. You got a party. Don't be doing all that bull. I told you that shit gonna come back and bite you in the ass.
I would never. But my mom.
Now, unless you like being bit on the ass. I'm just saying. Some people into that.
Look, I can't. My mom might be watching. Now my mom's a fan of yours. She was watching the special. She thinks you're amazing. Her and my sister both. They watched the special.
Her mother, I say she's not wrong.
Oh, she's not. Listen, we were talking about it. She commented. She's trying to get in the limelight. She commented on the live that I first did with you. She's trying to get in her spotlight. So she's a big fan of yours now.
She said she had a beautiful baby. I saw your mother's comment on this. She does have a beautiful baby.
Listen, and I don't even look like her. My mom has blonde hair, blue eyes, as pale can be. I don't even look like my mom.
Well, hold on, player, because it ain't like you brown. So knock it off.
I'm trying to work on my tan. I got a little tan going on.
Oh, Mark, knock it off. Knock it off. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Y'all, no label. See, they said ain't no labels to the T-sheet. We over here.
Hey,
Mark,
we need to get that music on Apple Music.
Who?
We need to get that music on Apple Music. Those songs, your 2 songs.
Yes, we should. I got a new one too. Called I ain't one of them. Chrissy Payne just did a new one. I ain't dropped it for y'all yet, but I will soon. But I thank you, Mark. Thank you for joining us. You always come in. That's my Tampa correspondent.
No. I'm the baby daddy.
All right, that's my baby daddy. We just haven't consummated the marriage, but that is the baby's daddy. Ow!
There you go.
I
All right,
love you,
Flame. I'll
Mark.
see you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
babe.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.
Y'all don't be on here flirting with Mark. Oh, wait a minute. F Sanders say I love Flame because he is crazy as hell and he likes to shoot. That's my name. Who likes to shoot? I am just prepared, baby. Okay, let me go. Let me get Pam. I did not mean to cut you off, my darling. That was not my fault. It's somebody I wanted to talk to. I saw the name. Y'all know I'm slow. I can't remember. But I don't know if they came back for the go round because they cut us off the first time. Because ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Ain't no labels to this he, she, we. Okay, because we are having a hodgepodge of conversation today. Oh, I like that name. Let me see if they're going to come on. We trying new people today. We want to, because we got so many. Pam, I promise I didn't do that on purpose. It was our hour. I didn't realize that we was on an hour that fast. Baby, that hour just cut off. They didn't even give us a warning, Pam, but you know you my baby. I want to thank anybody who have sent me cash apps. I appreciate it. I see my phone clicking, and I appreciate it. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to go back some. You have a lot of questions. Okay, let me get you a lot of questions. I'm going to go back and, oh, wait a minute. Let me find you. And fill my freezer up today. Today is freezer day. Because I got to go back to the grocery store before they cut me up, before they shut us down. You got a lot of questions. Come on. We got a lot of answers. Where you at? Gameless. Where you at?
Hey,
Well,
Flame.
hello, my darling.
How are you?
See, I knew I had me a beautiful Caucasian woman on here to talk to me. Hello, gorgeous.
Well, I try to get you as much as I possibly can because I'm
You
trying
know
to.
why I never send your stuff? Because you keep typing in little girl, you know I'm blind as a bat.
No,
You got to type in all
no,
caps.
listen, I'm blind too. Most of the time,
You moving. Wait a minute. Go back to your other space. There you go. There you go.
yeah, most of the time I have to take these off. So,
So
I'm just,
what's your name, sweetheart? Where you calling from?
Melissa from Richmond
Hi,
Hill,
Melissa.
Georgia. I'm
What
closest
part
to
of
Savannah.
Georgia?
Huh?
What part of Georgia?
Richmond Hill. It's in between Brunswick and Savannah.
Brunswick is where they killed Ahmaud Arbery at, right?
Yeah, and that's when I had started coming on here when you were on They Ready. I looked you up online and I came on, and then the mod stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting to me because, I mean, I have a really, really close friend. In fact, black girl, she saved my life this year. And but she's really the only, and I worked in public school because I'm a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And but I have a lot of white Democratic friends, and I have all my family is Trump supporters,
Mm.
and it drives me crazy. you know, um, so, and I guess some of the questions I have is, so I'm trying to take all of this in.
Okay.
I've always been, even growing up, when my folks, or not my folks, my dad or my brother or my godfather would use the N word, I would get so angry with them and, argue with them and whatever. And so I always grew up hating that, pigeonholing people, because I never believed that, yes, they're, blacks are just like us. We have problems. They have problems with certain people, and that's just how it is. But don't treat somebody bad because of that. Well, when all this stuff came on and I saw the video of Ahmaud, and sorry, I'm going to cry.
Take your time,
And,
baby. Look, take your time. We want to hear it, and we want to hear it from you. And on this page, there is no judgment. This is a free platform for you to just say how you feel, because we want to learn from you just like you learn from us, honestly.
well, and when I saw the video of the girl in Central Park, it broke my heart. Because, number one, I've been to Brunswick. I don't hang out in Brunswick. I am single and around your age, and that's probably why I'm single, because there are too many rednecks around here, and I can't stand it. Most of my friends, I have Indian friends, I have Hispanic friends. I've never actually dated a white guy. It's usually Hispanic or, like Italian. I like the dark look. I haven't met a black man that, well, besides Prince and Elvis Alba, what can I say? But I guess where my confusion has been, and I'm trying to just filter through all of it. I'm looking at the stuff on Facebook, and I have teachers that I work with or formerly worked with who's black as well, and they're posting stuff, and white people I know are posting stuff, and I'm having to this whole, oh well, people putting up stuff about the protests are so bad, and I'm like, y'all need to back off. It's not the protesters. Black lives do matter, and it needs to be said. And I guess get back to what I was saying earlier was, I knew that there was prejudice out there, racism out there. I knew that I came from a family who, thought that whites were better than blacks, but never, ever would any of my family ever think about being just cruel and just killing people. That I don't get.
You know what I want to ask you? I don't mean to cut you off. How did you manage? Because I always say that racism is taught in the household. How did you manage to survive to become this even-toned woman and growing up in a house full of people who didn't think like you? But you were in that house, because I believe that that's what the son did. The son who killed Ahmaud Arbery, he in the house. The father was such a racist, and in his whole life he was trying to prove to his father that he was good enough, or that he was going to be a perfect son for him. And I think in order to do that, he had to kill a black person to prove, to get his father's approval and to get his father's love. How did you manage to become this whole woman? Because you are a whole woman to me, because you know who you are, and you're not basing facts on what your daddy thought or what your brother thought.
Right.
How did you survive that?
Well, you know what? Oh gosh, I just forgot her name, but the lady that was on here with you, with the white husband, what she
Pam.
said,
Pam.
yes, Pam, what Pam said, that's what I've been saying all along. It's not about who's black, who's white. It's about humanity. I mean, I used to go to an all black church, and I just loved the minister, and he had a thread, about the protest here in Savannah, and there were some people going on about religion, and I said, it's not about if you believe in God or not. I know atheists who would never do some of what is being done.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just God has put a seed of love in all of us. And because of our environment, it can influence us. But what I'll say is, growing up, I went to an all white private school. I wasn't around blacks, but I didn't have anything against blacks. When I moved to Atlanta, when I was 19, I met a guy, a bass player who used to play for Rick James. I met another black girl from Jamaica, and I just thought they were, I loved them. They were cool. They were fun. They were nice, So, and then I started going to a church where there was a lot of low socioeconomic whites and blacks. Going over to their house, seeing what good people they were. And then, I've traveled a lot. I've gone to Australia. I've gone to some different places. And I just think that as a person, you can't really grow unless you listen and you pay attention to what other people think and what they feel. And last night you probably won't like that. I don't know if you like this or not, but I watched Pose, the Pose-a-thon that they had.
Uh-huh.
I watched that because that's a whole nother, subject that I don't understand yet. But
Okay. And
the
thank you for
people,
thank you for saying just that you don't understand. I appreciate that.
well, it you have to be truthful about who you are.
Always.
And, from the beginning, one thing I really like about you is when the virus, first of all, I knew that the virus was coming here in December. And I can remember in January, I started buying groceries because I watched the international news and who
Mm-hmm.
said this was going to be a pandemic. So I started putting, aside food. And I'm not the kind of person who is just like paranoid about stuff. I'm not. So when they finally closed in March, I was so angry. I was so angry, even mid-January. I'm like, this is crazy. Our government's not doing anything, and even when they they locked down stuff and they said you don't need to wear a mask, I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can remember you saying, and I remember sitting back going, I feel the same way. You have to think for yourself. And I have people posting on Facebook, well, so and so, this news agency is saying this agency is saying that. And, I came back with it and I said, listen, I do listen to different sources, but I listen to international news. I look at TED Talks. I listen to scientists, and I make those decisions
That's right.
based
It's on
on
you.
what
Yeah.
a lot of people say. So, I mean, I almost died twice this past year.
Wow. I want that, and I want to get back to that because I got two questions. I wanted you to go back to the woman who you say who saved your life this year because we want that story. And I want to know, what type of children do you teach in the school? Do you teach mixed children or all children, or is it predominantly white?
Well, when I started teaching, it was in a interracial school, but there's a
Okay.
magnet school within that school, which was, a mix, but most of them came from really good families, whether they were black or white.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my inner city kids loved them. The little kindergarten kids were the best.
Yeah.
I was a PE teacher and they were just so full of life and they would just bring a smile to my face. Now, fourth and fifth grade students, I wanted to wring their necks. Just, what you talking about? And I just, it took a long time for them to accept me because I am a white girl and I realized that I can't establish a relationship right away. I'm going to have to be consistent in what I want from them, and whether they're black, whether they're white, whatever, they get the consequence of whatever it is. So
That's
I
great.
stood
I
by
like
that.
that. That consistency, that's a great point. I love that.
It took me a long time to learn, and it did. It took me a long time to understand just a little bit of the culture, and
Mm-hmm.
it took me a little while to understand just kids in general, as far as say what you mean, you do what you say you mean.
You know what that
Yeah.
does with black kids as being a white woman, when you build that trust, because it takes time to build that trust. So many people just try to go in and force themselves. Well, you're a 8-year-old kid, I know you. An 8-year-old black kid and an 8-year-old white kid and an 8-year-old Latino kid is three different cultures. You have to approach them differently, but the
Yeah.
consistency builds trust. So once I trust you, then I let down the iron curtain to know that you're okay for me, like I'm okay for you. That is a great point. That is wonderful. You are a good teacher. I should have been in your class. I should have been
Well,
in your class. You didn't want to be as a student. I was a horrible student. I talked too much shit.
oh God, oh no, I probably would have liked you. There's this one time where I was teaching the kids soccer skills and how to stop the ball, and this one feminine guy, I was, asking them again, well, okay, what did I just say? And one of them was stopping it with your chest, and he goes, with your titties. He did not get in trouble. I'm like, how can I be angry with that? I was like, now come on now, you know. can't say that here. But and underneath, I was laughing so hard. And I just
So
felt
the sister who saved you, was she a friend of yours or a stranger?
no, she was a friend of mine. I knew her for, oh, by the way, back to teaching. I ended up teaching adults
Oh,
um,
okay. How
later in my,
difficult was that?
they're worse than the kids.
I know.
Yeah,
That's why I said, how difficult was that?
and I taught middle and elementary. I was a district instructional technology instructor. So I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and an educational specialist degree.
Come on
Like
now.
two,
Come on for an
yeah,
educated woman. I love it.
yeah. And I wouldn't have it any other way. But anyway, that's my mama. My mama, she ended up doing the same, or she did the same. She was a teacher and she got her education. My daddy was a blue collar worker, and she was the one who influenced me on that. So,
So we're gonna get back to the woman because now you just opened up another question. So your dad was a little kind of racist and your brother, but your mom taught you to be an even tone woman. So how did your mom deal with your dad and his racism? Because I know she loved him as her husband, but if she
right.
had a different point of view, did they ever argue about the racism? Well, y'all were never around black people though, right?
No, because she was kind of like in between, you know, in this part of the South in
Yeah.
education,
Mm-hmm.
the black women are in charge. They run it.
Oh.
They do. They we've got a school board president and she's wonderful. And, it, I think for my mom, when she first started teaching, her first class was an all black, school. She loved inner city kids and she loved them. But I think with her, I think she saw some of the I am black, hear me roar. And that kind of put her off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times it was kind of she didn't really say a whole lot about it. She would definitely say, I love my kids, they're awesome. And she taught the kids who didn't know how to read. Um, so I guess it was a good combination of my mom and my dad.
It was
Um,
because it made you this person. It made you this person. I tell people all the time, don't apologize for what you went through or what you did because it makes you who you are right now. It definitely helps, even
right.
when you think it didn't. And the woman that helped you, you said she was a friend. I want to get off this story one more because we want to know
Okay.
that. I want to know the woman
Yeah.
who saved your life.
Um, I've been friends with her for like 30 years. We
Wow.
went
You're
to,
30.
yeah,
How old are you? You look young.
I just said we're about around the same age now, Flame.
Oh, well, you the good white because, some whites my age look about 90. You the good white. That was a joke, y'all, for y'all get crazy. They get
Yeah.
Remember, I
No,
am a comedian under all of this.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Which
y'all
I
was friends
love.
for 30 years.
Yeah, she was my friend for 30 years. We met when I went to an interracial church, and we just became friends. She's very she lives and she came up in a very um poor part of town, but her
Hmm.
mother, she's got class. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
My friend is a classy black. But I would talk to her off and on. And then when I was in the hospital, I called her to let her know. And she came up to the hospital, and um, my sister, who's a nurse, didn't want to leave me when I came back home. She didn't want me to be by myself because I could barely get up and walk, and it was not good. But
Hmm.
anyway, she was staying with me at night, and I ended up trying to get up to go to the bathroom. And I don't really even remember half of it, but I fell. By the time they got me to the hospital, I had sepsis.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
tell you, sepsis will put you on your ass.
What is that? I never heard of that.
It's when you get a bacteria in your blood, or mine started in my foot. My immunity was really, really, really bad. I went out to the mailbox. I scratched my foot just in a little sticker bush. An infection got into it. So the
Oh.
infection, what it did is it started traveling up from my foot. When I went to bed, my foot was swollen and I could tell there was a little bit of red. By the time I got in the ambulance, it was up to my knee. By the time I got to the hospital, it was up to my thigh. More people die from
Mm.
sepsis than anything else in the hospital, and you just
Is
don't.
that like is that like a staph infection?
Well, they call it like a blood disease. If you've
Oh,
ever
okay.
heard that,
Yeah.
yeah, but no, it's way worse than a staph infection. But the thing is, with sepsis, a low immunity, you can get it. But even people who go in that's why one reason they don't like to keep people in the hospital is because of sepsis. Because it's just one of those things that's just real easy to catch. And
Mm.
most people, 50% of people die from sepsis.
Wow. And she came
And
and took
like
care of you?
she did well, and she was the one who was here. And had she not realized, because she kept her door open, she heard me fall. She called my sister, and then they called the ambulance. But had she not been here, I would have just passed out and just been gone.
Wow. See, God
They,
always put our
they,
angels right there where we need them.
yeah. I mean, she's great, and she stayed. When I got out of the hospital from sepsis, I could not literally go to the bathroom by myself.
Mm.
Now, today, I was up cutting grass, cutting bushes. So I went from that to where I am now, which is a miracle. I mean, God, let's just put it this way: God saved me, and He's been watching over me.
Look at God. Look at God. Yes, Jesus. Thank you for that testimony. Girl, let me tell you something. You have made my morning, honey. Let me tell you. And anybody on here who not see, I'm looking at the comments. Classy Black. Y'all found that offensive? Get your sensitive ass off my page if you found that offensive. You ain't got to come back either. Because guess what? I'm keeping this white bitch right here. I'm keeping this white bitch. If you don't like what I got to say or what she had to say, because that wasn't offensive. The cancel culture needs to be canceled. Period. Get the fuck off
Well,
my page. Not you.
and I'll say that about white people. There's some white.
It's
Sorry,
some
white
oversensitive ass
trash.
babies on my page that need to get the fuck off. Girl, they the baby man. Oh.
But but I've met white people who are not classy. So it's not
Listen, that was that.
it's not a race
I
thing.
understood exactly what you were saying, Melissa, and I didn't take that offensive because I knew exactly what you were saying. I said you was good white folk. I just said that you the good white people that didn't age like that. And if y'all didn't find that offensive, because what I said was way more offensive than what she said as classy black. You other people, I don't need to follow me. Y'all need to leave because this is a grown page, and I say grown shit. And if you overly sensitive, you need to roll out because y'all know I don't give a fuck. That's what you got to know first. I don't care. But listen, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to the ignoramuses that's on my damn
Okay.
page. Not you, baby. Let me tell you something. I
Well,
appreciate your story and you teach because this is how we learn from each other, Melissa. I ain't never wanted to be no teacher. I don't want to fuck with my kids, let alone nobody else's. But what you have taught us from your perspective and from you, girl, that's great news. This is how people learn each other by engaging with each other. That's what people don't want to do. People don't want to talk to each other. They want to see this and judge me on this.
yeah, well, I'll say the reason I said I had questions, because I never really explained that, was, after the Aubrey thing and the thing in Central Park, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I literally cried for one day straight
Wow.
when there, I don't even remember what it was. It was some video that this guy put on YouTube basically saying, I am who I am. And it was very powerful. And anyway, um, so I knew then that I needed to become more proactive like I had been in the past. So even with my immune system down, I went to the protest here in Richmond Hill. But I made a decision that day when I saw that video that if I hear somebody saying something racist, they're going to hear back from me. Now, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to argue about it, but I'm going to let you know I don't like it.
Oh,
So,
I love
but the
you,
question,
old gangster with it, Melissa. I love that. Come on, gangster Melissa, you're a thug. I love it.
I'm a little hard-headed and strong-willed. What can I say? Um,
That's a good thing to be, especially now.
yeah. I guess my questions, I've been like I said, I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of TikTok, and that's probably not the best place to get my information. But I've seen videos of blacks who are against the protest, and I'm like, what? It's not the writing they're even talking about. They're like, I literally heard this one lady say, when you go out and protest and you ask for whites' help, it's like they're your master again. And I'm just like, whoa.
Wow, that that
you know,
that sounds real crazy.
and I guess my whole thing is, and I know most people have heard this who have any white friends whatsoever. We're going to say, what can we do? And I know most from what I've heard is just speak up, when somebody says something, so we can, change this culture. I mean, when I taught the elementary kids, there were 2 second graders, I'll never forget this, walking home, and they said, well, yeah, I'm gonna be a basketball player, and the other one says, yeah, I'm gonna be a rapper, because that's the only way we can get rich. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. They didn't know I was listening. I said, whoa, you wait a minute. I said, you see that car right there? Yeah. I said, and it was a BMW convertible. I said, whose car is that? Mrs. Dukes, and that was our assistant principal. I said, she's black, so what makes you think you can't do something? And I said, who told you that? My auntie and my uncles and my grandmama.
It is. It
And it
starts
broke.
at home. We some of us teach our children that that's the best that they can be, and that's what they believe and that's what they see on TV and on social media and on those platforms. That only you can only be rich if you're a rapper or a artist or a performer. And that you're right. That is not true. You can get a great education and become a lawyer or anything, a teacher, anything you want. I love the possibilities are endless. I'm gonna tell you something, Melissa. I appreciate your candor. I appreciate your honesty. Can I ask you a question about me? You've been watching me, and you're a white woman. Do you think that I am fair, or do you think that I am unfair? And be honest. It's my page. Be honest.
And I've told you, I think you're fair on a lot of stuff. I don't understand the whole pronoun stuff, and that's why I've
Okay.
been listening to different stuff to try to wrap my brain around that a little bit more, to understand. The only thing that I have questioned you about in the past was, as far as, we all, I mean, my folks were from Ireland. We were poor Irish people who came over here. We never had anything to do with the slavery or anything else. So I don't have anybody who owned any slaves. I don't have anybody who was nursed by slaves. I guess I look at it in the sense that the creation was in Africa. So that to me is where we get the one blood thing, and everybody bleeds. I had a transfusion in the hospital. I didn't care what it was, because we all have the same blood.
Right. Oh wow, that's great. Oh my God, Melissa, that was a powerful statement, sister. That was powerful. Some lady on here just say, "I'm a white woman, and I think you're fair." For Bobby, you ain't no damn white woman. You don't knock it off. Melissa, let me tell you something. What you have garnered today, I think that you have garnered a wonderful new fan base, because people want to learn. And I always say people learn from each other if you take the time to listen to hear as opposed to listening to respond. I've never been wanted to be a teacher. I don't know if I teach or not, but I appreciate your candor. I appreciate you teaching me and letting us know how you feel. I more appreciate you staying in the fight and choosing mind over matter, that you kicked that what is it called? The disease you had, the blood disorder. You kicked its ass. You kicked that thing's
Oh,
ass.
I did also had liver failure, and then the sepsis.
You're a strong woman, baby. That's a strong woman. I don't care what color it is. That's a strong woman, because everybody wouldn't survive it. Everybody wouldn't survive it.
Well, and you know what? I knew God had a plan for me. I still to this day don't really know exactly what he wants me to do because I've done a lot of things already. But his hand was in that. I wouldn't, when people, I knew they were coming to the hospital, I said, I don't want to see you cry. I don't want to hear you negative. This is all positive. We got to look at the positive for me to move forward. I'm not going to dwell on this other crap, all this family stuff going on. Y'all might as well just leave me alone. Let me do what I need to do. So,
Melissa, you're an amazing woman. I thank you for following me. I thank you for teaching us. Y'all give Melissa some heart. Melissa, so you can walk around and everything now. How you been doing with not being able to work? Or are you were you teaching online from down there?
that's how good God is. I was 5 years away from retirement, was able to retire early with full benefits.
Great.
And disability with Social Security. So I'm good.
So you can stay at home and just watch me.
That's I do want to get out and do something. I mean, right now I've been concentrating on, growing vegetables and stuff, so I don't have to pay the grocery store money. But
Girl, grow me some green tomatoes and ship them to me, please. I love fried green tomatoes. You can't find none down here. Good God.
really?
Oh my God. When I tell you, when they have them at Gelson's, which is the high-end store, the day they come in, they must have people on speed dial because by the time I get there, they're all gone. But
Well,
Melissa, thank you.
I haven't grown any, but I'm in the
Yeah,
process
keep
of
me in
learning.
mind when you want to grow something. So we want to we want to thank you for joining us, Melissa. I want to thank you for sharing all this with me. And anytime you have questions, please hit me up in large fonts and say, Flame, bitch, bring me on. Let me talk, cause I hear that. I don't see them little bitty letters. You see, these glasses are real. Look, you see them. You see that line, them bifocals.
Well, I do have to use different handles because of YouTube. When I get on my other account, that I first started on, it won't let me see the chat at times, and it won't let me chat sometimes. So I had to create a different account. So
Well, this is our new format. So we start on YouTube and then we come here IG. And if I hadn't started that, I would have never been able to have the conversation that I've been having with you and with Michelle and with Mark and with Pam. These conversations help me grow as a person because I learn from listening and talking with other intelligent people like yourself. Because I don't want to talk to no dumbass. If I wanted to talk to somebody dumb, I would move to 1600 Black Lives Matter Way in Washington, D.C. That's the dumbest bastard on the planet. I just go talk to his dumb ass.
see, and that's what I learned from you too, is some of these different names. I go and look them up, going, okay, who is this they're talking about? So that's good.
Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you. I thank you. And I thank you for choosing to live and kicking that disease's ass. That is powerful, lady. That is powerful.
Thank you so much. Give the glory to God.
Always, always. I see you tomorrow on Coffee Time. Thank you, my darling. Y'all give Melissa some hearts. Melissa, you were great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, beautiful. I see you tomorrow in the yellow glass. I'm going to wear my other glasses tomorrow since you wore your yellow ones today.
I can wear my blue ones. If I sit outside, I've got blue ones with tint blue.
Vote
You
blue.
inspired me.
Vote. Yes, because we voting blue. Thank you, Melissa. Mwah!
Bye.
You were great. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Y'all see, I know folks, baby. I know people all over, baby. I'm worldwide. I'm international, my fat ass. I enjoyed that conversation. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Teach me. Teach me. Did y'all learn from that? Did y'all listen to? And y'all get on here. I thought that was quite disrespectful. I thought it was quite disrespectful for the people who got on here with your sensitive council culture ass. Don't come to my page with that. If you're not happy with what somebody says on my page, there are a lot of other foolish pages that you can go to that will talk about anything that you want to talk about and will say the words that you want to hear. But this is my shit. This belongs to Flame Monroe. If you never show my guests disrespect, because guess what? I'm not going to disrespect you until you disrespect my guest. She said classy black. Bitch, we said high end bitch. Oh, snooty bitch. Oh, uppity bitch. She trying to be bougie. What was the difference? That was actually respectful the way she said it. You bitch, this is why we are in the situation that we in the state of the world, because everybody is so overly sensitive. Crybaby asses. Get your crybaby ass off my page and go change your pamper, goddammit. Because ain't no Pampers on this page, bitch. It might be a Depend, but it ain't no Pampers. Shit. Oh, y'all have irritated me with that. That was disrespectful, baby. We get somebody to come in, speak to us, and teach us. If you wasn't hearing her message and you wasn't hearing the real behind that, you're an idiot. You're an idiot and you don't belong here because it's a smart bitch page. And all my bitches is smart. That's male and female. Shit. Michelle, I thought you was at work. You can talk at work. You better have a good connection. I'm going to freestyle on you today because yesterday was her birthday. Michelle, did you get you some from for your birthday? We want to know.
Hello.
Oh,
Can
much
you see
better
me?
connection today.
I'm at
Well,
work.
you started off good. There you go. Girl, did you get you some for your birthday yesterday?
Did I what? Sorry?
Did you get you some?
I wish I did, but no, it wasn't.
Oh,
I might have to work that out for the weekend.
who is that in the background taping us?
That's my daughter, Caprice.
Oh my God. Hi, beautiful.
And
I can see her very clearly. She looks just like
look,
you.
let me
Michelle,
show you something. Flame.
let me check.
Listen,
Let me
this
check.
is my father. Can you see him? This is my dad.
Girl, you look
Say
just
hello.
like him.
Hi, Dad.
Oh,
Say
Michelle,
hi,
y'all
say
got
hi
some
to
strong.
Flame.
Michelle, y'all got some strong genes. You look just like him, and she looks just like you.
I know, right?
Did you
Yes, I'm
enjoy?
at work.
Did you enjoy Melissa's conversation?
Yeah, I did. I thought she had some good points.
She did.
Some of the comments were a bit rude.
That's why I told him to get the fuck off my page.
Yeah, but again, everyone's got their own opinion. Everyone's gonna love who they love. They're gonna marry who they marry. So at the end of the day, leave Miss Melissa alone. The fact that she even rang in and spoke to us to try to educate us, which is, that ignorance, the comments.
Yes.
We want to ask the questions. We want to find out the answers. When someone comes on to give us the answers and the questions, we don't want to hear it. So
Right.
who are we fighting? Are we fighting her? Or are we fighting ourselves? Let the lady live her life. And she's got, she was very honest with us about her background, her family, So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at the fact that, that the comments were a bit negative towards her. I just went in and day, her points were valid. She shared them. And yeah, basically that's all I had to say about Melissa.
Yeah, y'all get y'all empty. All you people who got negative comments, get your empty asses off my page. When I say people being empty, you're empty.
We keep talking about moving forward and progressing, and you get one caller, and it's like, really? Come on. You asked for that. You pleaded for that yesterday. You want Caucasian. Ask the question, because it's good getting the views from the black people, but you need, diverse views as well. And people need to listen. We need to listen, people. Listen to each other, black, white, or indifferent. Listen to what we have to say. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But you will still learn something you didn't know yesterday that you might learn today.
Come on, Michelle. Say that. Say that, Michelle.
Yeah, I just say, at the end of the day, it's we love who we love. We do what we do. And yeah, apart from me, I'm back at work. So
hey, hey, DC Comedy Love. Hey, James, the DC Comedy Love is on here. I love you, DC Comedy Love.
Hello,
let me, Michelle. I hope you enjoyed.
Can I just say the show with Coco and Delay was brilliant. Loved it. You was really good. Loved it.
Michelle, you know you my UK correspondent. We adore you over here.
Oh, stop it.
Have you ever been to the States, Michelle? Have you ever been here?
Yeah, well, you know what? My mum used to live she lived in New York, and I've got relations in Chicago, south side of Chicago.
Hey,
so my
West Side.
And my mum used to live in Brooklyn. She's back in England now, but she spent about 15, 20 years in Brooklyn. So, so I've got a family out there. I haven't been there for about 10 years though, but I'm, I will try to get back there, especially to come and find you.
Well, if you ever come, you know you always welcome at my house. Come on, I'll cook you a good
Oh,
old black
yeah.
folks meal. A
We
good
will
black
have a
folks meal.
dream. But yeah, I was really worried because it's so hot in my office. I was really worried because I got to you a bit late today because I'm at work and the time. But I'm so glad I got hold of you. You know, you reached out and I'm here and you're there. So I'm so
Oh,
happy we
well,
got
when
to
you
talk
sent the thing,
today.
I thought you were at work. That's why I didn't bring you in early, because you said you
Oh
were
no,
back
you
at
can
work, so I
phone
didn't want
you
to
can
interrupt you.
phone me. I've been listening to you for the past since I got onto you about and almost an hour. But I'm quite lucky where I work. I'm my own boss type of thing. So, you know, yeah, you can still ring, you know, chime in and catch me. I'll still be the
I
correspondent
I
from
can
the
ring your
UK.
bell. I can ring
You
your
can ring my bell and I'll ring
bell.
it back.
I love you, Michelle. Thank you. Happy birthday again.
Flame, I love you. Thank you.
And I will
Bye
see
bye,
you
darling. Thank
tomorrow on
you. Okay, bye
coffee time.
bye.
Bye, beautiful. Bye,
Okay,
gang.
bye.
That's my British
Bye.
connection, y'all. That's my UK connection, bitch. Let me tell y'all, I know folks everywhere. Okay, I got time for one more. I saw somebody's name on here who said they had some questions. And you got questions, God damn it, we got answers. Where you at? Where you at, baby? Where you at with the questions? I need one more before I get up off, because y'all had me on all day. We've been on way too long, but this was a very, let me tell you something. It's never boring when it's interesting. It's never boring when you're learning and when it's interesting. When it's interesting learning, it's never boring. Ever. And please don't come on my page with the negativity. Get the fuck off my page. Ooh, y'all have pissed me off. Then your mama tell you, and your grandmama say, don't act funny in front of company. Y'all acting funny in front of company and shit. Y'all ain't, you know what? Y'all wasn't raised right. All you naysayers and you negativities with that bullshit, get your ass off my page with that bullshit. We don't do that on this page. This is real, real. This is the real, real. Grown, grown. Say it, y'all. Grown, grown.
Go.
Hello, my darling.
Hey Flame, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? What's your name? Where you
Good.
calling from?
From Pittsburgh, PA. I did my whole yard listening to you today.
Well, what's your
But
name? You ain't tell. I still don't know
oh,
your name.
my name's Kaylee.
Hi, Kate. You so cute. You heard you.
Thank
How old are you?
you.
12?
No, I'm actually about to be 31
Ooh, girl. Ooh,
in
girl.
like
I
four
want what
months.
you drinking. Give me some of
I'm
what
Mex
you drink.
I'm Mexican and black, so you know it's good genes.
Hey, it's a double good. That's double good. What's up? You come on. You got some
So
questions. We want to know the question.
so right now I'm not working. I quit my recent job. My whole life I was like a hairstylist. And
Hmm.
I was gonna go back before we went in the green phase, and I go to the interview, or not the interview, we had like a brief like thing before we go back to work. And as soon as I get there, the girls, there's only two minority girls, me and another black girl. And as soon as I get there, the black girl's not there yet. And the white girls are coming up to me saying, look, Kaylee, I got darker than you and blah, blah, blah. And it was like a couple of days right after George Floyd. And I was already sensitive about it because I know I look super Latin, but like down the line, like my nephews and my nieces, like they look black. And I think about them going out into the world and stuff like that. And here's these girls talking about how dark they got and how tan they are. And then even the assistant manager had said the same thing. And I'm like, what are you, like, your son, and her son is half black. Like, y'all sitting here talking about how tan y'all are, you know, and I had already, like, I was just real sad about it. And we were at this meeting for 3 hours. And y'all, all they talked about was how their tans and the coronavirus, which they were trying to tell us precautions about when we come back and the things we'd have to take between each client. But I was like, I'm not coming back there. Like, y'all haven't even mentioned about that. You want me to come back and risk my life doing so many people a day, and those people are dirty. I was working for like Great Clips, and Great Clips gives out all of these coupons for $6.99 all the time, or $4.99, $5.99. So you know what kind of people are coming in if the haircuts are that cheap. Like, they're not, like Trump said. That's the only thing I'm agreeing with him when he said they're not bringing in their best people. They weren't bringing in their best people, and I definitely wasn't coming back with Corona out there and that. And it's just like, and I'm actually done with hair because I've worked for like that, like I worked for like every company, Supercuts, Smart Styles, a couple other ones. I even worked at Ulta Beauty. In every salon I ever worked at, they like, there's only ever like two minority girls in those type of fields, because I guess I don't know. I just don't think they do it unless they do, you know, ethnic hair. I don't think that they want to do that type of hair, and then half the time they don't want you to do their hair because they think you can't relate to them, you know. So I'm just to the point where I just don't want to do hair no more. Like they
Well, I
ruined
don't.
it for me.
Well, let me say this. I understand your stance, but I want to say this: at 31, about to be 31, I think that you are too young to be so cynical about the race. I love that you acknowledge it and that you see it, but I don't want you to let it turn you to a place to where you don't accept people for who they are. Because what you cannot do is change people from how they believe. You can make them see what you see, but you can't force how you feel on them because it'll make them hate you and it'll make you bitter. We don't want you to be. You're too young to
You know,
turn bitter. People are going to
and
be
you're
who they're
right.
going to be, but you don't let them change you. If they're ignorant assholes, you never let a person change you. You don't have to meet them where they're at. Make them meet you where you are. So bravo to you for pulling yourself out of a situation that you weren't comfortable with, but now you know what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. So your next gig, you put yourself in a situation where you're comfortable. You're not worried about what the other person thinks, because at the end of the day, it's only a job. You only have to work
No,
with them
you're
for
right.
the hours that you're at work. Once you off of work, to hell with them. You don't have to see them again for the next 12, 15 hours till you come back to work.
Or even like me, every salon I worked at too, they would never put us together. Like Ulta, I worked with another black girl. We got along real well. And we'd always work opposite shifts. So why is it that we could never work the same shifts? We never. When I worked the Ulta Beauty with her, we never worked the same shift. Literally,
Yeah.
she'd stay maybe a half hour and then she was gone. But then I'd have to work with the other girls. That's not fair. Like, why is it like that? But we both got licensed. Like, you know, it's just, and we were good workers. It's not like we were unprofessional, you know, not professional or anything like that. Like, I think it's just messed up.
You know what that was? God showing you that you have to get your own business, because you can't work for people, because that way when you own your own, you can do it your way.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm gonna try to work on that now that I'm getting older and I have all the experience and still
Girl,
have the
you're 30
knowledge
years old. If
regardless.
you don't knock it off, I wish I was
I'm
30.
just saying. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, I just want to tell you, I'm so happy you accepted my request because I love watching you
Oh,
on
thank you,
live.
love.
I
Thank
really
you so
enjoy
much.
watching you,
You got that garden.
especially.
Grow me some green tomatoes out there.
I know, right? Yes, and it was hot. It's been a
Listen,
long day,
so
but listen,
this is what I want you to do. I need you to set you a target and a goal at 30 years old. Write it down, outline it. This is my target. I'm going to start my own business. And whatever the process is for you to get that started, speak to somebody who's more knowledgeable than me, because I don't know shit about starting my own business. But do the outline, do the steps, create your own business. In the next 2 years, you could be your own successful boss. I believe it.
oh,
I
thank
believe you
you,
got what it takes, because God has
thank
shown
you,
you what you don't want to tolerate no more. So now the change is within you. Make that change. Make
thank
that
you. I
change.
appreciate that.
And when you make
Thank
that
you.
change, you're going to make that change.
Hell yeah, right? Heck yeah, shoot. But yeah,
Mwah. Thank you so much,
nice
my
talking to you.
darling.
You're
Stay
welcome. God
beautiful.
bless.
Send me
You
whatever you
too.
drink so I can go back and be young. Shit.
I will. Look,
Oh,
y'all, good vibes in my
my
rainbow.
love. Stay strong.
Bye. Peace.
Y'all get baby some love. That was good. See, I'm telling you. Come on, live free. Honey, let me tell y'all something. DC Comedy Love, you know I love y'all. Can you do it at your house? Do what at my house? Do what at my house? Tell I'm about to go take a bath because I smell terrible. No, I'm just joking. Listen. Yeah, a vision board. Oh, that's a good one. Thank God for it. It's got vision board. My daughter made me one. Okay, y'all. I'm about to get up off. Because guess what? I got some shit to do. Let me tell y'all something. You guys, I can't even ask for no better. All you ones who got on my nerve today, because with y'all comments, take your sensitive ass somewhere and go take a bath. Because you need something to calm you down. Because, baby, and all you ones that's yelling at me, telling something, you didn't pick me, you didn't pick me. You guys type in large fonts. I'm just seeing it. Handbag Queen, I did try to bring you on while you tell me something I didn't try to bring you on. Okay, I'm going to give you, you're going to be our closeout. And your shit better be working right now or I'm going to freestyle on you. I'm going to light you up, sister. Or brother, whoever the handbag. That's your sister, Handbag Queen.
And hello.
There you go, because you talking shit. Where you at? Where you at?
I was not. No, hold on. I wasn't talking. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm in the dark room, so you really can't see me.
So why you
But
begging?
I was like,
Why
I was
you
gonna keep
bombarding me? I can't even see your damn face.
Oh, wait. Can you see me?
A little better.
Oh my God. I was trying to. Wait a minute. I like sitting in the dark. They call me a vampire.
Well, you got 27 seconds, so you better come on because we're about to get cut off.
Well, I just wanted to say, remember the gold star lesbian?
Yeah.
That's my baby.
That's
That's
turn it
us.
down. We can't hear you. We're getting feedback.
It's true.
Sheila Morgan.
Turn it
Remember?
down. This